Okay guys, we're inside the car now. We're going to need to take the shifter loose, or take it out, so that we have clearance when we drop the torque tube. We don't want this sticking up, catching on things as we go out the back. So, and this would also apply that if you were upgrading your shifter, these would be some of the, at least the initial steps that you take taking the shifter out. So a couple of things we'll need to do. First, this plastic surround that goes around the radio and the HVAC controls, this is all one piece. That's going to need to come out. That's held in by some T15 torque screws. So there's one that's behind the ambient air temperature little cover here. There's one here beside the cigarette lighter, and then there's one behind the ashtray. The ashtray literally just slides out. Set that to the side, and you can see the other Torx bit that goes back there. The other thing we'll need to do is pry off the little shifter cap that's got your gear shift pattern on it, and then there's a T-shaped locking pin that holds the shifter knob on. So actually, I guess we'll start with that. You can take a small flathead. There we go. Like I said, nothing really holds it in, it's just kind of a press fit. So we'll set that to the side. Put that like that so you can see. So this is that T-shaped locking pin that we need to pry out. So we'll take two flathead screwdrivers. We'll come on either side and then very gently pry that out until it comes loose. Don't use too much force so you don't throw it when it comes out. And then the shift knob just spins off. There we go. Simple enough. Set that to the side. We can also go ahead and take off this trim piece. If I can angle it down so you can see. This just plies up. At least it's supposed to. Let's see if we can. Yeah, it's just little clips that hold it in there. So just work your hand around. Yeah, so these little clips there and there, just kind of all the way around. So as you pull it back, you can feel those and just get those out from under the lip of the plastic trim piece. So we can set that to the side. Okay, we'll move on to taking these other things out, the Torx bits. Get in here. There we go. This is just held in. It's got little clips on each side, so just pry it from the top and it'll pop out. And then you can see that's the ambient air temperature sensor in there, and then there's the Torx bit that we need to take out. So it's the T15. If you don't have one of those magnetic parts trays, I don't know how you're doing it then, because I'd lose all the nuts and bolts otherwise. Definitely recommend one of those. These are all the same length, so you don't have to worry too much about getting them mixed up. Okay, so this whole surround now is starting to get loose. So our next step, okay, so we're going to, this back section is separate from the front section. So under these little plastic covers, or I think these are 10mm bolts or nuts that we'll need to take loose, and then we'll be able to slide this backwards. Also go ahead and pry this up so we can set it to the side. On the back side here we have several things that are clipped in. This is for your active handling. and there's a light for your passenger airbag turning on and off. We can actually leave those connected, but we do want to disconnect the cigarette lighter because that's connected into this back section that we're going to slide backwards. So if we push that back a little bit, and if you can see, if you press in right there, this slides out. So you're just pressing in on that little tab there. So we can kind of lay that to the side just a bit. Be careful. Get two more. Then you can see those right there. There we go. This back section slides backwards. Okay, so this is now loose, and we're just going to have to work it out. I also disconnected the back of the cigarette lighter. Alright, it's thoroughly nasty in here, but we're ready to take off this rubber insulator. Okay, and then to take off the actual shifter itself, there's 4 bolts there. And then this will lift out. Okay, so I took the bolts out that hold the shifter in. You may have to pry on it a little bit. There's a rubber gasket on the bottom that was sticking, and it did not want to let it go. But after a little prying, I got it loose. So shifter comes out. This little pin thing back here fits in that hole back there. But yeah, so that's how the shifter comes out.